So Lipo 360 is a great procedure. It allows for a powerful sculpting and contouring of the body in the right patient. So Lipo 360, what is it? In my mind, when someone says Lipo 360, I think liposuction, which is where we take a cannula that's more or less this long, attached to a suction device, and we put that cannula in the subcutaneous layer, which is right underneath the skin, and we remove fat using that suction device in that cannula. The 360 part of it is that it's all the way around the body. Most commonly, it's going to be the abdomen, the central abdomen, the belly, kind of your stomach area, the flanks on the sides, okay, so out here on the sides, but also importantly, it's going to be the back, both the upper and lower back, as well as this kind of stubborn area underneath the arm on the side of the breast. Can you do a Lipo 360 procedure instead of a tummy tuck? It's kind of a nuanced question, and it really depends. It all has to do with the skin laxity. If you don't have a significant amount of skin laxity on your abdomen and you're looking to just sculpt and help with the contour of the belly, contour of the back without doing a huge transformation, then Lipo 360 is very reasonable. However, if you have, let's say for instance, stretch marks, or you've lost a lot of weight and there's a lot of laxity to your stomach or your flanks or your back, if we liposuction you, especially aggressively, it may actually worsen those things, worsen the laxity, and many times patients don't like the look of that. And so Lipo 360 in that situation is not a replacement for a tummy tuck. The recovery after Lipo 360 is mainly focused on compression, as well as sometimes there are drains. I usually leave a drain on the front if I'm doing Lipo 360 alone. If I am doing a tummy tuck and Lipo 360, there's usually drains for the tummy tuck, and so that kind of takes care of the drain for the Lipo 360. My drain in a Lipo 360 case is usually very, very small and usually is in place for maybe about a week. Why do I leave a drain after a Lipo 360 case, especially without a tummy tuck? The reason why I leave a drain is when you do Lipo 360, you're evacuating a large amount of fat from the subcutaneous layer, okay? Normally the body doesn't have any separation between this layer. So you have skin, you have the fat, you have the fascia, which is the connective tissue overlying the muscle. Then you have the muscle, then more connective tissue, then the peritoneal lining, and then you have the organs on the inside of the body, okay? So the Lipo 360 is at the level of the subcutaneous plane, which is between the skin and the fascia. And if you take a cannula and you remove a bunch of fat from that layer, you kind of separate it and you kind of create a space. If it's not that aggressive, usually compression from your garment can kind of close that space. The problem sometimes happens that if that space does not close, then your body will fill it with a benign fluid, which is like a fluid that won't hurt you. It's not going to lead to like a bad disease or anything like that, but a benign fluid, and that's called a seroma, okay? And seromas usually are not painful unless they get really big, then they can be a little painful. But more than anything, they look like significant swelling and they can be kind of uncomfortable, and they usually require drainage. And sometimes that requires drainage over and over and over again. And so when you use a drain after your tummy tuck, what that closed suction drain does, it helps oppose those layers of tissue and helps close that space so that your body doesn't fill it with seroma fluid, and so you don't get a seroma that requires drainage in clinic later. All right, so this is an example of a compression garment. It's full body. It's obviously pretty small, has a zipper down the middle. Usually there's something for the breast, however, it doesn't necessarily have to have that. And there's usually a zipper on the side, and this one is a full length one. And so compression is super important after Lipo 360 because we want those layers of tissue that we have separated with the liposuction to collapse so that a seroma doesn't form. And in addition to that, when we do Lipo 360, there is a lot of space that we create, and there are a lot of hills and valleys and contours and things of that nature that we create, and we want everything to heal very smoothly. and we want it to be exactly how we laid it. And so the compression is also a very important part of that. And commonly in our compression, we also usually use a foam. The reason why we use a foam is because that foam allows the body to contour uniformly and nice and smooth all the way around. Sometimes if you wear a compression garment without the foam, then especially if the compression garment is really tight, part of it may kind of stick in on the sides here or there. And then as you heal after surgery, you will swell. And so if something is kind of sticking in on you on one side or compressing on you for hours on one side, when you swell, you will then see that compression. And so the foam helps keep all that nice and smooth and helps the body to heal in a smooth fashion. So the Quantum is a radio frequency device. It is basically a rod with a hot tip on it. And we use it in conjunction with Lipo 360 to help tighten the subcutaneous layer. And so basically how it works is after the liposuction, we then take the Quantum and through the same incision, we run that Quantum rod underneath the skin and heat the skin up to greater than 200 degrees. And then that causes a contraction of the subcutaneous layer and those elastin fibers and collagen fibers underneath the skin, which helps the skin contract and become tight. And the nice part about the Quantum is that it allows you to be a little bit more aggressive with your liposuction that will allow us to not have excess skin laxity after the Lipo 360. Hi, I'm Dr. Bond. If you're interested in Lipo 360, give us a call.